Hello all, it is Jamie and I'm back today to make another video under a circumstance I wish I didn't have to make this video. And that is about surviving the next 4 years under another Trump presidency. So today I'm going to talk about 5 practical ways to help you all survive the next 4 years under this new administration. And I want to start off by acknowledging the fears. Because when I found out again that Trump was taking office, I was really worried. I was worried about myself. I was worried about our trans community. And I hold a lot of fears because I believe there's a lot of real threats that could significantly impact our life. As trans individuals, I want us to know that although these next 4 years are going to be really challenging, we don't have to live in doom and gloom, and we do have control over a lot of things. So that's why I wanted to share my 5 practical tips on how to survive a Trump presidency again. Hey all, I just want to take a quick moment to talk about my Be With community group. So my Be With community group is a place where you can laugh, cry, and just simply be yourself. It is a group that's open to everyone and is currently ongoing. We meet on Monday nights, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time. It is only a 1-hour group. It's not going to take up your whole night. And it's a space where you can just be you. I do want to say that this group is limited in weeks. It started last week, December 2nd, and it's going to run through January 20th. So make sure to sign up on the link below to register for that Zoom link, or if you want a little bit more information, there's some more information in that same link below. I hope to see you there, and let's get on with this video. So as I introduce these tips, I have 3 personal, sorry, I do sign language, so this is my 3 personal and 2 social tips that will support you. So let's start off with number 1, and that's focusing on what is in your control. I oftentimes with clients do a really helpful activity called the circle of control. And basically what we do is we focus, where do we direct our attention and our thoughts? Are they on things that are outside of our control? Or are we focusing our attention and thoughts towards what's within our control? Now, it is very easy to focus on things outside of our control, but when we focus on aspects that are outside of our control, we generally feel a heightened sense of anxiety, worry, depression, and all of those negative emotions. Whereas when we focus on things that are within our control, we feel a greater sense of empowerment, or we feel more confident. And so I really invite you to focus on what is within your own control. So what might that look like? What is within your control? Maybe these are habits you're already doing that are really helpful for you, or maybe it's an introduction of new habits that are within your control that will be more serving of you. So maybe that looks like practicing a little bit more self-compassion, being kind to yourself and others, treating yourself like a good friend, and giving yourself a little bit of grace. All of those things are within your control. So then let's go to point number 2, and that's limit exposure to news and social media. So as people, we can tend to focus on things. There's 2 things that we don't like: things that are outside of our control and things that are not known. So generally, why we seek out the news is because we know there's a lot of chaos in this world and a lot of things that might severely impact our life that might be unknown to us. And our brain tricks us in thinking the more things we know, the safer we'll be, because the more likely we are to plan and prepare for the devastation that will occur. Now, what typically can happen then is when we learn and know about these things, our emotions can become hijacked. And when our emotions are hijacked and we learn about, trans bans in healthcare and gender marker changes and trans bans in the military and all of these things, our emotions become hijacked and we become more worried, more stressed, we get more anxious, and we get more depressed. What I am offering is an idea to limit exposure to news and social media. So this is going to be hard because we're going to have the urge to know more and learn more and be up to date in the minute, because then we're going to feel a little bit more safe and secure because we know. What I'm telling you is to fight against that just a little bit and recognize that we don't need to know in this exact moment what is happening at all times. But we can allow ourselves a little time and space and grace. So instead of, if you find yourself scrolling every single day, what would it look like if you just did it once a week, where you updated yourself once a week? Because in reality, these changes that are going to take place aren't going to happen in that moment and have a direct impact like right now, but they will probably have an impact in the future. So what I am saying is, instead of being doom scrolling on a Monday and then being worried Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you can go out and live your life, be present, engage in supportive activities, which I'll talk about later, all of those days of the week. And then maybe one day a week, maybe it's Sunday evening, you get a quick update on what's going on. So you're still informed, you're still educated, but you just didn't spend those entire 5, 6, 7 days in doom and gloom. So I invite you to limit your social media news intake as you can and as what fits within your life. So maybe it's watching it once a week, maybe it's once a month, whatever that looks like, maybe limit it just a little bit more. This moves into what will you do when you're not always doom scrolling, right? We need to fill our time and space with point number 3. Take breaks and celebrate and affirm yourself. So transition is truly a beautiful thing. It's allowing ourselves to step truly and fully into our authentic selves. And it is something that should be celebrated and something that you should actively engage in to fill up your own cup. So I invite you to take breaks, do your makeup, find new makeup styles, play with your hair and new hairstyles, shop for clothes, take bubble baths, do what fills you up and makes you feel good. Now let's go to the 2 social points. Number 4, find community support. As people, we can endure quite a lot, and we're a lot more powerful than you know, which is truly amazing. However, we are never as strong alone as we are with people. Community support is going to be essential, and we will always need people, especially to navigate through hard times. So I invite you to seek out community in person, at local events, with friends, online, video calls, whatever that might look like. Trans people, non-trans people, allies, friends. Find community support that helps fill you up and where you feel a true sense of safety and belonging. This is where I want to give, again, another small plug to my Be With community group. Again, it's just a casual support space where you can come in, you can laugh, you can cry, and you can just be with community as your true authentic self. A couple things I want to note about community though. It is important to connect with groups that are healthy, that support you as the individual you are, and affirm your authentic self. I also think it's important to be with groups that are healthy. So groups that are healthy, they embrace and acknowledge you in the hard times. And you're going to have to embrace and acknowledge people in their hard times as well. That's part of being a community. But groups, healthy groups, also celebrate the good. There's a good balance between the positive and the negative in helping you build and grow as an individual. I have, for one, been part of many groups where I felt it was actually an unhealthy group. where we just constantly focused on the negative and the bad and all the hurtful things that are happening in this world. And I left the groups feeling not as great as when I came. And that's not a good thing. That's not a healthy thing. So I really invite you all to seek out healthy groups that support you as an individual. Again, ones that honor the positive aspects as well as the negative aspects. Point number 5, that is seeking out professional support. Ensuring that you have maybe a really good therapist that you can seek out to help you manage any anxiety or depression or any other major mental health disorders that might be impacting your life. Maybe as a trans individual, not only are you navigating the chaos of the world, but also within you have a lot of inner conflicts and challenges that you're trying to work through yourself. That might be where a gender therapist might be very helpful for you. The last is maybe it's your mental health disorders are a little bit more acute, pretty average stress or anxiety, maybe a little bit of depression, but you're really focused on where you presently are and where you want to be. This might be more in the realm of a coach. And a coach can help you set goals and take actionable steps to achieve that future that you desire. Someone like me, that is what I do. And if you're kind of lost and know you need professional support, but don't really know where to seek it out, I invite you to do a free 30-minute connection call with me. And this is me not advocating for you to do coaching with me. This is just an opportunity for you and I to connect and talk about what might be best to support you in this moment in time. A therapist, gender therapist, maybe it's a coach. And we can explore ways to help you get that support that you truly deserve. So in conclusion, these next 4 years are going to be really challenging. It's going to be hard and we're going to get punched in the gut a few times. That's going to be reality. But as well, we can't live every single day in fight or flight mode or thinking about the doom and gloom of what might happen or what is happening. We need to ensure that we take breaks. We need to take moments to affirm and focus what's in our control and allow ourselves to still be our beautiful, authentic selves. We need to seek out community support as well as that professional support if you feel you need it. At the end of the day, I want you to know that you all are beautiful and brave and continue to walk in the steps that feel most authentic to you. If you are interested, as always, show up to my Be With community. I would love to see you there. With that, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.